And welcome to the Real Watchers live stream for October 15th, 2025. Of course, my name is Garrett.
And I'm Kevin.
And we are your co-hosts. Hope you're all having a great spooky month still so far. It has been quite spooky so far for all of us. So thank you all for joining us whenever you do. So, Kevin, how have you been over the last week?
Pretty good. I went to Not Scary Farm over the last week, which was super fun, with one of my coworkers, and I just have to do my continuing educations for my X-ray license, so that's not fun. It's 192 questions, so just got to keep on working with that. So,
hey, I know you'll do it though. But as for me, it's been all right. I just finished up 2 classes at the same time and started another class today. Which, oh boy, luckily it's only a 1 at a time this time, but we'll see how it goes. But that's really about it. So let's go ahead and dive into the news stories this week, because we don't have a whole lot to talk about. But pretty big news in the entertainment world right now is that Warner Brothers has rejected the bid that was sent in from Paramount for Paramount to buy them out, which, I mean, good, because it was already kind of nuts to have Disney buy Fox, but for Paramount to buy Warner Brothers kind of feels a bit odd. I'm glad this didn't go through. Warner Brothers is a storied company, a very historic studio. And I don't want to see them kind of just fold into someone else. But
exactly. Well, and they're having such a great year this year too.
Yeah, I don't know why they need to be bought out.
No, I don't think they do.
This didn't really make sense, but I'm glad they turned it down.
No, yeah, me too. But next up, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle is now the 5th highest grossing movie of the year, which, I mean, if you went to go see it, you would know why, and because it's so good. I can't give it enough praise. So I would say if you can, go and see it, but if you don't, it'll be streaming soon.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been a very huge boon for the anime community and for anime in all over the world, actually. So very popular. See, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about how anime is now mainstream, which I'm glad that anime is more mainstream than ever. It should be, but it's not necessarily. It's always
been mainstream.
I mean, it's definitely been kind of cringe. At least when I was in high school, it was kind of a cringe thing to be into, but
yeah,
it's definitely come a long way. It's the same thing that happened with superhero movies. I think we're only going to see more and more. We're going to see more popular. I'm very excited to see how Chainsaw Man Reze arc does in another week or 2 here, because that should be really interesting to see how that does. But next up, Bradley Cooper will be joining Margot Robbie in the upcoming Ocean's 11 prequel. That's being directed by Lee Isaac Chung, who did Twisters last year, and then Minari. So, very exciting news there. Wonder who he'll be playing, if it's the villain or someone alongside Margot Robbie. Who knows?
Like a co-ed kind of Ocean's 11 would be pretty cool.
I mean, we'll see. It's supposed to be a prequel to the originals, and then we do know there is another Ocean's movie coming with George Clooney and the others. So, who knows?
Gotcha. Well, if you wanted to know, Minecraft Movie 2 will release in July 23rd, 2027. If you wanted to know. I don't know who's excited for it, but you know what? Some people are.
Yeah, I was literally out with a friend when this got announced, and I just pull up my phone and looking through Facebook, and I just let out this huge audible sigh, and they were like, "What?" And I just showed them the poster, and they're like, "Oh." It was like someone died. It was terrible. But next up, there is the Tangle live-action movie. It's apparently back in development with Scarlett Johansson circling the villain role of Mother Goethe, which I think would be a good fit. I think she's a good actress. But I'm interested to see this kind of coming back into development. This was kind of canned when they were, done with doing the live-action stuff for a while. But who knows? Maybe it'll be good.
Yeah, maybe it will be. But next up, Jumanji 3 will be moving forward with, is it Jake Kasdan?
Yeah.
Kasdan, returning to direct. To be honest, I don't even remember if I've seen Jumanji 2. I know I saw Jumanji 1, and it was decent, but we'll see where this goes.
Yeah, this will be the 3rd one with The Rock and Kevin Hart and all them.
Yeah.
So and it's the same director from the previous two. Which, I mean, the previous two are good. Don't get me wrong. Like, I think, I mean, I'm somewhat excited for this, as much as I can be, I guess. But next up, Apple TV is dropping the Plus from its name, as it's going to be slightly rebranding just a little bit. Not the biggest thing in the world, but definitely worth it to point out. So if you have Apple TV and you use it frequently and you're wondering where did the Plus go, they're dropping it.
They minus the Plus. We got it.
Yeah. And this is rolling out with the next story.
Yeah, so F1, the movie, will be available streaming starting December 12th exclusively on Apple TV. It was so hard not to say that Plus there.
I was waiting for you to say it. I was waiting for you to say it. I mean, they made the movie alongside Warner Brothers, so it makes sense that it's not going to be on there, or it will be on there and nowhere else.
It will be on there.
Alrighty, and last up, this one was actually a pretty recent story. A Bela Lugosi biopic is reportedly in the works with Leonardo DiCaprio's company producing. I love this idea. I am tired of musician biopics. I don't give a shit about the Bruce Springsteen one. I hated the what's his name? The Bob Dylan one last year. Like, I'm bored of those. I want this and a Boris Karloff one. I want like all the classic monster movie actors. Give me like older actors kind of brought back. I think like, there's I mean, I'm also just a slut for film history, so give me more.
But what was the Fabelmans like this, like a biopic kind of a situation? I didn't see the Fabelmans.
It's based on Steven Spielberg's life story, but it's not like 100% accurate.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fictional retelling.
Gotcha. Okay.
Alrighty, but that's it for all the news this week. There was not that much. Last week we had a lot because we missed a week, but not a whole lot going on.
We missed a week?
Yeah, we did. I took a week off.
Yeah. Okay.
So, just checking through comments here. Like Bohemian Rhapsody? Good. I mean, I've heard mixed things, but I'm glad you like it. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and talk about the trailers that came out this week. And we had quite a few good ones come out. Quite a few that I'm excited for. But what stood out to you, Kevin?
I'm going to put like an underrated one maybe people don't really know about is The Other Choice, which looks really good. That one looks fantastic about what you would do for your family if need be. It looks very interesting. I want to see where it goes. The Keeper, I always want to call it The Keeper. It's just Keeper. Looks utterly eerie and fantastic. I can't wait for that. And The Running Man looks like a really fun movie to go see during when does it come out?
Later this year. I want to say November.
Yeah, like a good Thanksgiving movie would be awesome to see.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Running Man looks fantastic. Keeper's newest trailer is amazing, and I cannot wait for it. I'm going to say it again. I'm a slut for Osgood Perkins, so give me some more of anything he does. I think Hamnet looks like it's going to be really good. That is the kind of Oscar frontrunner right now, one of them at least. So excited for that. Primates trailer. This was a teaser, and it just used like a 911 call, which was really smart.
It was very interesting, and I don't know if I'll go see it because I don't like when animals get killed or anything like that. So, but
it's the other way around.
Yeah, I know, but they have to kill the animals eventually, if they win.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's threatening human life.
Sorry for a movie.
I'm wondering if it's based on the actual story, though, of the woman who kept a chimpanzee pet, and then her friend came over and it ripped her face off.
That would be very interesting, yeah.
But it sounds like it's going to be kind of more of a creature feature. So who knows? But then also, No Other Choice looks really good as well. So, and then All You Need Is Kill. I'm really excited for, which is the anime version of the original story that the Tom Cruise movie Edge of Tomorrow was based on. So it's going to be the same movie as Edge of Tomorrow.
Which one was that one? I'm so sorry.
All You Need Is Kill.
Oh, okay. I looked up that one too. That one looks very good as well.
Yeah, beautiful animation. So, Alrighty, that is it for the trailers.
Yeah.
So a Monkey Shines remake from Paramount. I don't know if it's a remake, but it's called Primate. Just wish to say I am saddened Drew Struzan passed away. Drew Struzan. I did not hear anything. Oh, an American art. Oh, yes, the poster artist. Yeah, that was really, really sad. He's the guy that did all the Star Wars posters, like that we love from like the prequel trilogy and all that. Yeah, the Indiana Jones stuff. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Thank you for pointing that out. That was 2 days ago. Really sad loss there, because his posters were like iconic.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't have one, unfortunately. I wish I did. Alrighty, and go ahead and Kevin, why don't you take us to the box office?
Yeah, so the box office this week, Tron Ares coming in at 33.2 million. We had The Roofman coming in at second place with 8.1 million. One Better Laughing Number with 6.8 million. Gabby's Dollhouse the movie with 3.5, and The Conjuring. Didn't even know this was still in theaters, but it's still in there for number 5 with 3.1 million.
Yeah, it's really the only major studio horror movie out right now. I mean, Good Boy is out, but it's really limited screenings, so it's kind of hard to catch. I mean, this will probably change with Black Phone 2 this week, though.
And then I think that's actually getting on Shudder this week or something like that. So
there you go.
Be on the lookout for that.
Yeah. Alrighty, and that is going to bring us to the movie. Actually, we have some comment here real quick. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and talk about the movies that come out this week. And up first, like I said, is Black Phone 2. As Finn, now 17, struggles with life after his captivity, his sister begins receiving calls in her dreams from the Black Phone and seeing disturbing visions of 3 boys being stalked at a winter camp known as Alpine Lake. I loved the first Black Phone movie. This one looks like it's going to be really good as well. It has a pretty high 73 on Metacritic, which gotta really appreciate, which I believe is slightly higher than the first one. So I'm really excited about this. All the performers in this movie, Madeline McGraw was great in the first movie, and I'm glad that you brought her back. So really excited about this one. Up second in limited screenings is Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which is now just called Frankenstein. A brilliant but egotistical scientist brings a creature to life in a monstrous experiment that ultimately leads to the undoing of both the creator and his tragic creation. This is going to be extremely limited showings this week. So if you do not have a theater nearby that has it, that's okay. It will be releasing on Netflix on November 7th. So just so you have that to know. Up after that is Good Fortune. Good Fortune, a well-meaning but rather inept angel named Gabriel meddles in the lives of a struggling gig worker and a wealthy venture capitalist. This looks pretty funny from all the trailers. Got Keanu Reeves playing a guardian angel, so kind of excited to see what happens with this. It's got some decent reviews, the 69 on Metacritic, which is pretty high for a comedy, so
nice.
Hopefully it's pretty good. And lastly is a new science fiction film called The Astronaut. When an astronaut crash lands back to Earth, a general places her in quarantine for rehabilitation and testing. As disturbing events unfold, she fears that something extraterrestrial has followed her home. This is a new independent horror thriller, unfortunately with pretty bad reviews on Metacritic right now with 39. But if it appeals to you, go ahead and check it out. All right. But that is it for the movies that are coming out this weekend. Sounds like there's some fun stuff going on over there.
Oh, I had my hanger from my jersey on the bed, and she just flips it off and starts like growling at it because she did it, but she doesn't know what it is. It's so funny. Sorry.
Gotcha. All righty. Let's see here. All right, cool. Just talking. All right. Let's go ahead and change this up a little bit. As we're going to talk about the movies we watched this week. Obviously, yes. Kevin and I are still going on with our 31 for 31, our spooky month.
And we're doing pretty well, not going to lie. So
I think Kevin's behind by a day.
Excuse me, sir. It's today, so technically not behind.
Technically not. But let's see. How many do we got here? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So why don't you start and we'll go back and forth.
I have 6 movies? Wow. Okay. Yeah. So I'll start off with No One Will Save You. And this was, I think, a Hulu exclusive movie. But, oh my gosh, I was really surprised about how good this movie was and how eerie and creepy it was. There's absolutely no talking in this movie too, except for like gasps and screams and cries and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed an alien movie which we don't get a lot of, unfortunately, nowadays. And this Alien movie was fantastic. I really liked them. They were really creepy. They were your typical alien-looking things. Yes, the CGI was not good at some points, but it was really good at other points. So give or take some. But I just really like this Alien movie. It's up there with Signs, I feel like, as like a go-to Alien movie for me now. So I gave it an 86 out of 100.
All right. My first horror movie this week out of the gate was Rogue from 2007, which is an Australian crocodile creature feature movie, which is actually on Criterion Channel. They have a collection of 2000s horror movies, which was kind of interesting. I saw this one and I was like, interesting. I always like the premise of a crocodile horror movie because they're just like naturally talented killers. So was excited to check this one out, and I think this one is just fine. I think it does a good job of setting up its tension without using too much blood or gore. Like it wisely follows the Jaws method of leaving the creature hidden as much as possible. A lot of the deaths in this movie are also pretty scary in concept because that so many of them are silent. Like that, like someone will just go missing and you just don't see them again. Like there's that kind of thing, which is really good. The film also looks pretty good. It uses a decent color palette. It's kind of muted, like browns and greens, but that was used because of the CGI model for the croc, which to help make it look more realistic, they chose a color palette to match it, which I think is really smart, and for a low budget movie does pretty well. However, I also think it's a little boring. There's not a lot that happens in the first 20 to 30 minutes. And I was really second guessing what I was going to do with this movie, but it doesn't really take enough time to establish any of the characters being interesting. I mean, except for like the main two, like the main tour guide girl and the American tourist guy, like they're fine, but that's just because they're more featured than everyone else. Also, Sam Worthington's in this movie, the guy who plays Jake Sully, which he's still flat as a board as every movie he's in, but it's fine. It's nothing to write home about. It was just okay. But nice. There are certainly better croc movies out there.
Nice. But my next movie is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I mean, if you know about this book that always used to be read during like Halloween times, and it was really creepy and scary. So they made it into a movie. It was really good up until the point where the CGI kind of doesn't look great, unfortunately, and that's towards the later part of the movie. I do like how it gets off to a great start, though, with them introducing all of the characters, and you kind of give you like the characters that you are presented with because they have been best friends for years and all that stuff, and they're just trying to do a last Halloween before they graduate, which is really cool to see. I really liked all the stories that put themselves into the book, which is really cool how the artistry of that was presented as not like it just shows up automatically. She's actually writing it while on the script, which was really cool. The main characters are just okay. I just like their best friend comedic stuff and like how they know each other so well. So I gave it a 77 out of 100. It's not bad. It's just I wish it would have been a little bit better with maybe a little bit better of a budget. But this is a really good PG-13 movie to see if your kids like it.
Yeah, it's definitely better for like younger audience, not young, but like teenagers and
yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
I'm jealous of this next one that you're gonna bring up because I haven't watched it yet.
Well, good. It's called The Others, and this one is starring Nicole Kidman, which very rarely does horror movies. I remember my mom loves this movie. Like, it's up there with what's it called, Sixth Sense, because she loves a really good story with a good kind of ending and everything. I remember watching this with her for the first time, and I was terrified of it because I did not like horror movies at the time. But I really enjoyed this one on second viewing. I think Nicole Kidman is really good in this movie, and her performance is a large reason for why it works. It's kind of layered. It's a perfect movie mother performance. Like she nails the motherhood aspect. I wish I could say the same about the annoying kids in the film. I don't think their performances were very good. I don't know if they were designed to be annoying. Couldn't quite tell, but they were annoying. The film story, though, is a highlight. The resolution, I hesitate to say a twist, but the kind of overall purpose of the story is not the most imaginative in the world, but it really works in the scope of the story that they're telling. So
Okay.
it is a compliment. It's not a detriment. I will say it's a great film. I don't think it's one that's necessarily mandatory for like horror movie fans. I don't think it's like the end all be all of like supernatural ghost house, haunted house movies. But it's a lot better than a lot of other supernatural horror movies we get nowadays. And it's got a nice emotional core to it. So I will say that it was pretty good, and gave it an 82.
Is this like the movie that you would be like, say, a person who's watched horror movies and they're like, I don't know what to watch next, and they haven't watched this one? Would you suggest it to them? Yeah. Okay.
Also, for people who want to watch something spooky but not necessarily scary, then I would give this one as well.
Okay. Cool. Next one that disappointed me, unfortunately, was Drag Me to Hell. The story was okay throughout the entire thing, but the main part that I didn't like was our main character. She is very annoying. Her dialogue is not the greatest in this movie. I did like the demon in this movie. I did like how in the beginning, okay, I don't like how the kid dies in the beginning, but it's like it's a refresher, because a lot of kids in movies nowadays don't die or anything like that. So I was very surprised when that happened. And but I did like the demon part of this movie, and I did like the story of the demon on how it follows her and makes bad choices and decisions. And at the end of the movie, it is the cover of the movie. Unfortunately, it got spoiled already. It was just okay. It wasn't the best. I would put so much more above this if I was watching something else, but I'm glad I watched it anyways. But I give it a 34 out of 100.
All right. Yeah, I thought there were too many jump scares in the movie. It was one of the biggest problems for me personally. Alrighty, next up for me is Sleepy Hollow from 1999, starring Johnny Depp and a huge cast of other people. This is a movie I have a weird relationship with because I bought the novel for this when I was in like 5th grade, and I read it a lot. Like so I knew everything that happened in this movie without even seeing it. It was really interesting, but I really liked the book. And so if I finally was able to watch it because it was free on YouTube, this movie nails ambiance, the kind of the tone and the vibe of a gothic movie like this. It's a blast that is as much fun as it is like scary, which is kind of nice. It looks fantastic for a 1999 film. The production design, the costume design, even the visual effects still hold up pretty well. There's only one shot that was a little questionable, but for its time was very advanced. The performances are suitably weird. Johnny Depp's really good in this movie. The whole cast is talented, though. There's so many people in this movie. The part what I don't like about this movie, though, is that it has a really bad color palette. It's weird. It's like black and white, but not really. It
has like certain colors into it, like it's got barely detect.
It's got color to it. Like when it's daytime, there's browns and things like that in the environment. But like they should have just made it black and white, and then make the red stand out more, like Schindler's List or like Sin City, where the red stands out, like something like that. But like it just it looks ugly at times, I will say.
Okay.
Particularly during the day, it looks really ugly. But I think it's a good movie that's just a little too ugly. But I think it's better than most would give it credit for. It's far from a masterpiece by any means, but it's one of the better Tim Burton movies. So I do recommend it.
Well, talking about a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
Corpse Bride. This is a great short little film. I've always seen it. It has like that cult following going along, like with Nightmare Before Christmas and everything like that. I gotta say, the stop motion in this is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely loved it. It's so fluid and awesome looking. I love how in my review I love how the surface world looks so dark and grim and has a lot of we're talking about color palettes. It has a lot of grays and blacks, but when you're in the underworld, it has all of the colors. Like Roy G. Biv, it just Roy G. Bivs them all out, and I really enjoyed that because it feels like being alive is worse than being dead, which is really cool. It's a different aspect on that. I really did like the story between Victor and Victoria, and the the Corpse Bride, pretty much. And the story is there, and it doesn't take too long to get going, and it stops it at a point where it should stop at. There was no it being elongated for no apparent reason or anything like that. It stopped, and the credits started rolling. That was a perfect way to end this movie. So I gave it an 85 out of 100. I really enjoyed it, and it's a very short film. If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
There you go. Alrighty, next up for me was the 2010 film The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro and Emily Blunt and Anthony Hopkins. I think this movie was a good-looking yet flawed update of a classic monster movie. It's better than I'd heard. I remember people ripping on this movie when it first came out. The asylum scene alone is worth watching this movie. There's a part where he's brought to an asylum and transforms in it, which is really cool. The practical outfit for the Wolfman and the makeup are fantastic. Well worth the Oscar that it won for Best Makeup. I really love the gothic tone, the environment, kind of like Sleepy Hollow, right? Nails the vibe. Benicio del Toro is also a good main character. I really enjoyed him in the lead. But I think that while the production design, the sets and everything are incredible, again, the color palette just isn't good here. It's a pseudo black and white again. And I will say, especially nighttime stuff, it's kind of hard to see because it just goes really dark. And like, obviously it takes place it's a period piece, but like, some more light would have been nice. It's a shame too, because like everything looks so good, that, like the darkness and the colors are hiding it, which is kind of annoying. Also, I feel like it's not really paced that well. Like what should have been its finale was in the middle of the movie. Oh. And then the last half of the movie is kind of like, okay, they just kind of feel like they're tacking things on, which was kind of annoying. Also, if I can complain, there's a bit too much Wolfman too often. Again, I think it should have taken the Jaws approach and only show him rarely.
Periodically.
But this is a bloody, gory Wolfman movie. It's definitely rated R. So if you're looking for a Wolfman movie with good kills, if that's what you're looking for, this one's a good one. It's a decent film. I would recommend it for the monster, like the Universal Monster fans out there. But yeah, gave it a 63.
Nice. Well, I'll end off mine. I have one more after this. Yeah, never mind. With Killer Clowns from Outer Space, I rewatched this because I rewatch it every year pretty much, and it is absolutely fantastic. It is such a B movie that shouldn't be that good, and it is that good. The clowns are fantastic. The acting is absolutely atrocious at some points, but you're there for everything else around that. Like I said, the clowns, the makeup effects, the kills in this movie. When you get inside the spaceship and see the cotton candy bodies are fantastic looking. It's just so much fun on a low budget, and this is what a B movie that I really enjoy comes out to be, and I can watch it every single year, knowing the premise, knowing whatever happens next, and still having a great time with it. So I gave it a 90 out of 100.
All right. And my last movie this week, I'm ending off on a disappointment, which is The Woman in the Yard, which I was looking forward to this movie from the trailers. I remember we were talking about it earlier this year.
Very creepy and eerie.
Creepy trailers. Movie, not so much. There's a possibility of a good story here. It centers on grief and kind of moving on and stuff, but it's just not that good. It's kind of written with a hammer instead of a scalpel. None of the characters experience any meaningful growth. No change. No one is likable in this movie. Everyone's annoying. They've gone through bad times, but that's not enough to make me care. Like, you have to make them good characters, and they just don't. On the positive, Jean Collet-Serra, who's the director, can make a good-looking movie. He always does make good-looking movies. He did Carry On last year, which Kevin and I both liked. And the movie has some good cinematography, and there are some fun horror moments. There's some really cool shots of the woman in like reflections and everything, which is really cool, which plays into its idea of like a mirror world.
Gotcha.
Which is not really a spoiler, but there's just not enough to make the film any less boring. It's flat, it's surface level, it's dull, and it's just not that scary. I said this on here, it's not exactly true, but like leave it to Blumhouse to continue to dull down the horror genre. Like, I'm hoping that perhaps maybe FNAF 2 is going to be good. I know Black Phone 2 looks like it's going to be pretty good, but
I heard nothing but good with Black Phone 2, like better than the first one. So we'll see.
Hopefully, you got to bring me back up here, Blumhouse, because Woman in the Yard was not it.
Okay, well, I'll end up on a little bit of a higher note here with the VHS Halloween. This was really good. It just came out this year, and it's just it's like Trick or Treat. It has what are they called? Different stories in a movie. Anthologies in this movie, but in between each story there is another story that is being told, so you never get really a pausing moment during it. There is one of them that Naughty and I did not like, unfortunately. It was like a casting thing where a person was eating the casting people's flesh, and it was just not. It was a little bit gruesome in sort of ways, but there were so many other great ones. There was Fun Size, which I won't spoil because it's one of my favorite, and there's one with a black phone, which is really, really interesting, and in a different language, which I think VHS does not. This is their first different language one in their movie, which is really cool. I could be wrong on that because I don't know, but it was still really good. I gave it a 67 out of 100. I wanted to see maybe a little bit more and maybe expand on just 3 anthologies instead of, we had like 4 or 5 in there, so it was just a little bit too cramped.
Sure, yeah, I heard it wasn't as good as Beyond last year or the year before, but I definitely wanted to check out Beyond. So, alrighty, but that is it for the movies we watched outside the wheel spin. Let's go ahead and see here. Sleepy Hollow saw it on a VHS recording. Nice. That hopscotch scene, how and why did they do that?
I think maybe for your movie. I don't remember hopscotch.
I don't remember a hopscotch scene.
I think that's in mine. Actually, that's in Corpse Bride. I mean, it was cool. That the aesthetics of it were really cool. When she says hopscotch and they go back into the underworld, which I really enjoyed because we got to see more of that. So, but I did like the mist, or like the eeriness of that part of it too.
Gotcha. All right. And then theatrical or director's cut. Don't know which one you're talking about. Again, you gotta specify. Because we read the comments after we're done with that section. So, alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and dive into the wheel spin movies this week. Kevin, why don't you start us out with your short?
Yeah, my short was A Wild Hare, and this was really interesting because I have seen this one so many times before, and it still never gets old to this day. The animation is fantastic. The jokes that Bugs does with Elmer Fudd is absolutely fantastic as well for me. And it's not repeating itself, but having me seen it a lot of times or seen it during shorts or anything like that, I know exactly what was going to happen. But it's still a really good short, especially for the 40s, which is fantastic. I gave it an 87 out of 100.
All right. My short this week was Presto, which is a Disney Pixar short about a rabbit that the magician has that he kind of pulls out of his hat, and there's some shenanigans that happen. I think it's perfect length, perfect pacing, with a lot of good and little jokes to boot. It's fun with characters you like, and it's worth your time. I mean, it's not the best Disney Pixar short out there. That would go to like Piper or Out or several others.
What about Bo? Bow?
Oh, Bow is really good too.
Yeah.
Really cool. But Presto's a very sweet little one. Like it's just a fun time. It's not like existential or anything, but it is pretty fun. So, but Kevin, your film this week.
Yeah, Johnny Dangerously, and this was dangerously hilarious. It was really good. I was getting a lot of chuckles out of me while I was watching it, because this is like your slapstick comedy airplane movie, but just a crime version of it, and it's so good. Michael Keaton as the main character in this movie is absolutely fantastic. I liked all of the mobster kind of jokes that go on with this, and his brother doesn't know he's a mobster until like the end of this movie, even though he just changes his last name as he's running for mayor, which is fantastic. I don't know how that bit went on for so long. But if you like Airplane, I would highly suggest this. I don't think it's going to be as good as Airplane, but it's just another slapstick comedy that I thought was very, very, very good. So I give it a 77 out of 100.
All right. Right, and my movie this week was The Art of Racing in the Rain, which, oh God, was this movie boring. Okay, so this movie is a big bowl of nothing. It's a lot of platitudes on life. It's like, you know, it's not terrible. It just doesn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a little pretentious at times, I think. Like, oh, well, you got to enjoy life. And like, I don't need to hear that all the time. I'm depressed. I don't want to hear that shit. Show me sad shit. But like, I started to grow annoyed at the constant monologuing that the dog character Enzo has. All these like monologues. It was just really annoying. Like halfway through the movie, like, sure, it's emotional, but like, there's a point like when you overdo it, it just gets annoying. Like. Mm-hmm. The performances are okay. They're serviceable enough to get through the movie. Like, the only standout I would say is Milo Ventimiglia, who plays the main character, the driver character. But even then, he's not like incredible. He was just in it more. I think that Kevin Costner was an interesting choice to play Enzo the dog. But he just didn't really add anything either. This is one of those movies that your parents go see in the theater because they want that heartwarming, emotional story.
They
that's
come out
inoffensive.
Crying.
Yeah, they're like, well, yeah, I am gonna live my life better. Like, a movie does not like it tugs on heartstrings without exploring the depths. You know, it's a boring, flat movie. There are far better dog-focused movies out there. And look, I like me some animals. I'm not like an animal person. Like, you know, like. It's the same with kids, right? An animal or a kid being in a movie and being emotional does not automatically guarantee that it's good, right? Mm-hmm. And so this movie just tries to play on that. Like, oh, it's a dog and he wants to be human and he has all these like nice things to say about life. There's nothing more to it than that. Like, it's not bad. It's just nothing. It's a waste of money, whoever made it. So... But it's not, again, not terrible, just unnecessary. Just really the only thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this here. For Wolfman, for what's it called? For theatrical director. I don't know, actually. I think it was probably theatrical. It's whatever one was free on YouTube. So.
Do you get free YouTube with your subscription?
I believe so.
Okay.
We can check. I mean, I think you just go to YouTube Movies and TV or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
You'll have to check. A crime version of Airplane, you say?
Yeah, basically.
There we go. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and move on to our favorite part of the show, Kevin, which is...
It's where a AI person picks a movie because it spins a wheel. It's basically you have Drew Carey spinning a wheel.
Wow. All right. Let's go ahead. We'll give it 2 minutes here. If anyone wants to go ahead and get some suggestions in for us to add to the wheel, we would love to have some more stuff. Luckily, we have 2 different wheels now, so it'll be actually easier to spin for shorts. But yeah. All right. Joey says Tourist Trap from 1979. Let's go ahead. Go back to the wheel one here. All right. Tourist Trap 1979. Let me go ahead and save that real quick. Fun. All righty, Kevin. Obviously, I know it's spooky month, but is there anything else you're hoping for?
You know, a good classic would be good, or if Joey has like one that he has watched as a kid or something like that would be pretty cool. Something like that. I'm trying to look on our little thing right here. But oh, I Am Legend would be good. I don't know if that's really a horror movie, to be honest.
Yeah,
But I've
I
heard,
would say so. It's a scary movie.
heard nothing but pretty good things about that movie. So, maybe something different from horror, because we are watching horror movies every single day. So it's okay to have a little break from that.
Alrighty. What was I gonna say here? Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for. Just anything, really.
I want you to get The Fly.
If it's the original one, yeah.
No, the 80s with.
I've seen The Fly actually.
Oh, you have? Okay.
I'll take that. I really like that movie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Well, it's been 2 minutes. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go back over to the Wheel of Shorts.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna shuffle this up.
Let's get me a short.
Let's do it.
Well, I was gonna say that. Let's see if we can get a short, but this
Garrett,
is another...
didn't you already watch First Blood? Yeah, I'll have to change it.
Porky's Pigs.
Damn it! I had a short lined up for you. That's alright. I'll have to remember it. Alrighty, so Kevin's short is Porky Pig's Feet. Hey, man. Gotta go on that Only Feet account. Alright. Let me go ahead and spin this up.
Crap.
And we'll get my short.
Ooh.
I never took this off. So I actually get to watch the short that you watched.
Have you seen it, though?
That's
Or
fine.
reviewed it?
A Wild Hare. I have not reviewed it. So we are good to go. Okay. We'll go ahead and remove that off the list, shuffle it up, and then we'll save it, because I remember I have to do that every time.
You have to save it now.
Yeah, I did. We're good. Alrighty, now we're going to the Wheel of Movies. Let's go ahead and spin it for Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, here we go.
I'm ready.
Kevin's movie is World War Z.
Okay. Hey, another spooky one off the month there.
That gives you that you don't got to pick one.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. And I know that's one of Nadia's favorites, so maybe you guys can watch it together.
Oh, we will.
Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's spin this up and get my movie. Alrighty. Oh, I gotta take the faculty off the list. Stand and Deliver from 1988.
Ooh.
If I'm remembering this movie correctly, yeah, okay. This is the one that South Park made fun of. It's a teacher one. Yeah, I remember this one. Been a while since I've seen it. And put First Blood with a K. Yes, I will go ahead and do that real quick. First Blood, 1982. Kevin. I also need to remove the faculty from here, because I have seen it. I think Kevin has as well.
Yes, I have seen it.
All right. Cool. All right, let me go ahead and just save that real quick. So that is going to bring us to the end. So the assignments this week, Kevin will be watching the short Porky Pig's Feet. That's F-E-A-T, not F-E-E-T. And then we'll be watching the zombie film, World War Z. And then I will be watching the short A Wild Hare, which is what Kevin just watched this week. And then I will be watching Stand and Deliver, the 1988 film about the inner city teaching stuff with kids that and to do better, which is kind of cool. Because I mean, with my degree, I want to teach classes for film. So hey, I'm down to watch it. But that is going to be it for this week, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, we'll be back next week with our live stream on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as it always is. And then we got our episode of Movie Club coming out on Friday this week, which we're really excited for. We're continuing Spooky Month. We're doing scary movies still. And this week we are watching Funny Games, the 1997 German-Austrian psychological horror film. So we're really excited to talk about that one. And then we'll have another one next week. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day and a fantastic midpoint of your spooky month so far. And of course, make sure to keep those eyes on the screen, everyone. Have a great night.